I am a self-proclaimed weather nerd. I never wanted to be on TV. I was very shy, but I wanted to be a meteorologist since I can remember.
Johnson McBride, former CBS LA weather anchor for nearly 14 years.
It was so weird coming to the station today. 2 car seats in the back, now I'm a mom. This was home, the viewers, our family.
Since her amazing run on local news, Jackie's been focusing on her 2 children and new ventures, merging her meteorology expertise with cooking.
I developed something called the Weather Chef, and on my website, which has never been done before, you can pick your season and then you put your forecast in, and then it gives you a precise recipe for the weather and the season of that day.
And her vision goes beyond her website. She's now working on a cookbook she hopes will connect with families.
That fulfills a dream that I feel like can be passed down because I'm very much about tradition. I feel great that people can use my recipes and my kids can, when they're older.
Welcome to The Conversation with Pat Harvey. In this series, I'll dive into various topics and issues with my guests in a more intimate and unfiltered setting. And I'm smiling so widely today because my guest is a former CBS LA meteorologist who is combining her love for the weather with her love of cooking. She is also a mother and a dear friend of mine. So please welcome back to the KCAL CBS studios, Jackie Johnson McBride.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie. Oh, this is just so wonderful. You and I, we go way back, but before we get into our friendship and the time that we work together here, I want to take our viewers all the way back from the beginning, which is something else that we have in common. We were both born in Michigan. So tell me what it was like for you being raised in Michigan.
Oh gosh, it was such a great place to be raised, as you know. I mean, it was just very salt of the earth people. Just to me, a regular upbringing. And I loved having the 4 seasons. I loved growing up in Michigan and just the Midwestern values, the people, everyone was really nice. And I think that's why you and I automatically got along.
I think so too. I think it was because of how we were brought up and just getting along with other people. You have a love of pets.
Yes.
I never asked you about this. Did you have a pet when you were younger?
Yeah, we always had pets growing up.
Okay. Now, after all of that, what sparked your interest in news and meteorology? I know you went to college in the South before moving to LA. In fact, you worked in Miami. But when did you get that spark of, yeah, this is something that I'd like to do?
I always was obsessed with the weather. Like, I am a self-proclaimed weather nerd. I never wanted to be on TV. I was very shy, but I wanted to be a meteorologist since I can remember. I would read weather books, like technical weather books, when I was in elementary school.
Really, Jay?
Yeah. In 5th grade, my science project was, I would for a whole month, I would write down like the dew point, the wind speed, the barometer, like every single thing. And that was my science project for 5th grade. And I think I won like 3rd place, which I'm still upset about. But I just wanted to study weather. So I went to college for that and then eventually got onto TV. But I think growing up in Michigan, because we would get such extreme weather.
So many different seasons too.
Yeah, and I think just like the fear of tornadoes, and then I wanted to study them and wanting there to be snow days in the winter, from school.
Oh yes, I remember those.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that, I don't think we ever talked about that. I just love the fact that as a child you were interested in weather, but not really knowing that you could even do this on television or being interested in television. Yeah. So you did go to school in the South, and you worked in Miami before coming here to LA. Yeah. So that's a big transition. What was it like moving here?
It was just all different worlds because I grew up in Michigan, and then when I went to school in Mobile, Alabama to study meteorology. They had a hurricane center. And my first job was in Tallahassee, and then I was in Miami, which was awesome, but Miami is so different from Detroit,
yes,
Michigan.
Right.
And then I end up in LA, and I've never been to LA before. And I mean, I was, 25, 26 years old when I came out here, and I I was very green, very young, and but I met you and felt like I was home, and
Oh, Jackie.
everyone, yeah, just everyone was really kind to me, and
I do remember, and not only did you move here from Miami, but when we first met, it was at a party for
yeah,
CBS.
that's right.
So, I mean, there were stars there
Yeah.
from different programs, and that was just so very special and a lot of fun. But to see you walk in, I remember when you walked in, and I think, yeah, you're maybe 26 years old at the time. Just this beautiful young lady, but at the same time, you were so very, very nice, very kind. And, that's a quality, you don't just have that. So I'm sure that's another reason why we bonded, but also why you bonded with your viewers so well.
Thank you.
And you do, and they still remember you to this day, you know that.
I'm forever grateful. We had the best viewers. I mean, you still have them, but
Oh.
I mean, they just welcomed me and us into their homes and trusted us. And yeah, I just felt comfortable. I mean, it was because of you, me coming here, not knowing anyone. I'm in a big market. I was the youngest person at the time, and you made me feel at home, and
Aw.
you became my family.
Well, that's exactly, and I still feel that way about you. So, besides us having some great times together, let's talk about over the course of your 15 years in television. What was the most memorable weather event that you reported on?
Definitely the fires here. I mean, gosh, there were so many, but I think the fires, I mean, just, being on the air nonstop and being with you, I mean, we would go wall to wall.
Yes.
And fires are actually one of the hardest things to predict because it's not like a weather storm coming our way. It's, unfolding as we speak. And then, yeah, just how devastating it can be for people too in the wake of it, and the evacuations. And I would feel so bad because they'd come to me for the latest weather update, and I didn't have good news. The dew point's dropping, humidity's low, it's dry, it's going to be windy, and it just felt like I was giving people bad news.
And I know that affected you, because I can remember so many times that we went on the air when you didn't have a report that said, oh yeah, the winds have died down now, so it's going to be better for firefighters. And in fact, for you, I mean, you were impacted yourself. I remember when you moved and you lived in Malibu.
Yeah.
And there was just, it was frightening. It's very scary.
Oh yeah, it was the most surreal moment of my life because I was watching you on the news. We lived on Point Dume. Our entire street, most of Point Dume, burnt down, and we had evacuated. My first baby, Bridget, was 4 months old, and we had evacuated to Santa Barbara. And I'm watching this TV, and I've got my dog, my cat, like everything that's important we have in this hotel room. And I'm watching you to see if our house burnt down. I mean, it was just being on the flip side of that, where I was normally reporting on it, and then that was my life. It was pretty surreal, but also comforting seeing, watching you
Well,
report
thank
on it.
goodness. I was going to say some people that you knew, that you had met before
Yeah.
you left TV. So let's talk about that. I mean, you did have an incredible run in prime news in LA, and you did decide to leave, having your beautiful daughter Bridget. I remember you making the decision, and I don't think it was easy for you at the time, but then again, I don't think you took a lot of time to think about it because you thought, okay, this is my priority. So let's tell our viewers, let's let them in on what was going on in your mind at the time.
Yeah, I mean, becoming a mother was a lifelong dream, and my life didn't take the same trajectory as most. Like it took a while for me. I had kids later. I got married later, and so when I'd always thought, if I have a child, if I'm lucky enough to be a mother, I want to be there all the time. Like I didn't see work and being a mother together because of our schedules were so hard. And, working the evening news, I just didn't know when I'd see my baby or my husband. And so I knew deep down I wasn't going to return. But it was it was so much of me, such a big part of me. You
Yeah.
know, this was home. The viewers, you know, are family too, in a sense, because you talk to them every night. And but yes, I eventually just decided I can't come back. I'm going to be there and just be a mom. And this is my new life. I lived a great life, you know, on TV, and
Yes.
then now this is my new life. And it
And
was a
since
big
then, you've had Brett and her
yes.
little boy.
Yeah. Now I have it was so weird coming to the station today. 2 car seats in the back, you know. Now I'm a mom, and they don't know me like this. They don't know the TV mom.
The children, yes.
Yeah, they have no idea.
You know what? But what I think is so beautiful about that is because over the years, I know how much you wanted to have a family, and to see you not only fulfill your dream, but just to live such a wonderful life and be such a good mom. That makes me feel good. I miss you terribly on the air,
Thank you.
but at the same time, that's just wonderful. And you are so very talented. So let's pivot for a minute. I'm going to say this because I can. I remember when Jackie couldn't cook.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My husband can remember that too. Yeah.
It was, but we tried. I remember going into your home. We used to have these cooking segments for Thanksgiving. One of your most famous dishes was the tofurkey.
My least famous dish, right? Yeah.
And now you have a cooking blog.
Yeah.
And you're just amazing. So tell me what inspired you to start The Weather Chef, and how has that journey been for you?
I feel like it's much like the arc of me going into TV, where I wanted to be a meteorologist, and then I tried TV, and I was so bad at TV that it made me try to get better, and then eventually I got good at it. So same with cooking. I was the worst cook ever, and got married and thought like, oh, I can cook. And you know, my husband would come home, it would just be this terrible dinner. And I mean, people can see if they look back at videos of me doing the Thanksgiving cooking.
So much fun, though.
I know, we had so much fun. You'd come over my house and basically save me because I didn't know what I was doing. And so I was really bad at it, and I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna get better. You know, I went to cooking school and just practiced, and then I got to a point where I was really good, where I was taking recipes, changing them and making them my own. And then my husband would say like, oh, can you make that one thing again? I'd say, I don't remember how I made it. So then I started writing down my recipes, and luckily where we live in Santa Barbara, I have this great garden. Gardening is actually one of my favorite things. I've always done that. So I started doing garden to table, and then it just kind of organically fell into place that I was cooking for the weather, and I didn't really realize it, but my husband would say like, oh, it's going to be cold and rainy, like a winter storm. Can you make your filet beef stew? And so I'd do that. Or like during football, if it was windy and cold, like he'd say, make your white bean chicken chili. And so it just was like, oh, we actually really cook for the weather.
How about that?
Right? Whatever you're craving, like you don't want, you know, like a lasagna on a hot summer day.
Right.
You want like a salmon, you know, light. So I developed something called The Weather Chef, and on my website, which has never been done before, you can pick your season, and then you put your forecast in. And you actually can get the forecast, because I'm a weather nerd. You can get radar, everything on my website. It's a cooking website, but you can get your forecast.
Sure.
And then you filter into like cloudy, you know, rain, and then it gives you a precise recipe for the weather and the season of that day.
Well, you know what? See, you're so doggone smart. You always have been. So that's how you measured or put the two together, immerse the two things that you really love doing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank
And
you.
I've seen you. I know you have your garden. You pick your own your herbs and spices and things that you use. But you know, Jackie, you've always been a creative person. I know you used to draw. Do you still do that? Do your artwork?
Yes. In fact, I took art classes, like painting classes, since I've been retired. And yeah, I still do that. I do that more with the kids, because, you know, when they come home, they want to do something with me. And like, okay, let's do art, because I love it, and they get into it. So that's just another fun thing. But I do love nature and being creative. So this has all actually just been fun for me, and I'm glad it's worked out to be, a semi-career that I can do while still having kids.
And that's the beauty of this, because people blog, well, and they're interested in blogging. They go to websites. So you've always managed, though, to figure out what to do to take you to the next step, or even when you're just having fun. Remember the French closet?
Oh yes.
You design clothing.
I did. And do you know, I wish I still have pieces, but now that 90s minimalism, like the capsule wardrobe is back in style, and everything is like, that's the French closet. I should bring it back.
You should. You have the tailored dresses, and
Yeah.
I think the reason you started that as well, not just because you like to design clothing, but we had to dress every day.
Yeah.
Right? Being on television. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember you saying, well, a sheath dress would work well at work anytime. And then you need like maybe a trench coat or an overcoat that's very simple in terms of the lines. And here we are.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I was just trying to make my life simple with like a capsule wardrobe and, a pencil skirt and a blouse. And I used to always wear belts, so of course I had a big belt in the line. And you looked fantastic in the clothes. The pants and the camel coat.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
love that. And I love the sheath dresses too.
Me too.
So that's just, I don't know if you all knew that, but that's just how amazing and talented that our Jackie Johnson McBride is.
Thank you.
So tell me, what do you look beyond the blog? Do you think about expanding, or is there a way to do that?
Yes,
in the future?
yes. My dream has always been to have a cookbook. And
yes.
And I love the holidays.
Yes.
I mean, a little too much, right?
Well, 2 Christmas trees, always. Do you have more than that now?
Oh yeah, now there's a Christmas tree, at least one in every room.
And you put it up earlier than most people, but that's
yeah.
because you love the holiday.
Yes.
And we all felt more festive because of you. You
Thank
know that,
you.
right?
Thank you.
So a cookbook, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm working on a cookbook, and so that fulfills a dream that I feel like can be passed down, because I'm very much about traditions and I feel great that people can use my recipes, and my kids can, when they're older. And yeah, so I would love to do the cookbook that I'm working on right now, and then eventually one for holiday entertaining, because that's my secret passion.
That's true. I know you like to do your place settings, and that gives you so much joy. And that probably goes back to what we started this program with, talking about our Midwestern roots.
Yeah.
I know you also split family time between here, Santa Barbara, and Nashville. So how is it balancing those two? I mean, the differences in miles, the difference in worlds, really.
Yeah, we are definitely spending a lot less time now in Nashville because the kids are in school here, but we still have our house there, and my dad and my sister and some of my husband's family is there. So I feel like I want to keep that house there because, of that, and memories of my mom there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still a special place.
That's what makes you so special, and I think that's why our viewers tapped into that as well. As gorgeous as you are and as smart as you are, you always had that love of family. I remember meeting your family, your beautiful mother, before she passed, and your dad, of course, and your sister, and her daughter Emma. So that's always been a big part of your life, and don't see that changing.
Yeah, that's just the core. That's what's most important. And yeah, so I lost my mom 3 years ago, and I also feel like it's another reason I started doing the Weather Chef and doing things, because it was something that I could do that reminded me of her. It was a tradition. It just kind of felt like she was there with me cooking, and something too to keep busy. And now that the kids are in school, it's, another thing to give me a purpose.
Oh, and I know you still do yoga too.
I do.
So I could just see a combination of all of those things. But you know what, Jackie, we've seen more and more. Our channels, our newscasts have expanded. Weather channels, of course, so there are a lot of young ladies getting into meteorology. What message do you have for them, for women that are looking, I would say, to make a big life and and career? Can you do that at the same time?
Yes, absolutely. I would say my advice for somebody starting out is just to know what you're talking about. I think, like going on the air, if you know the weather and you know what you're talking about, you can talk. Sometimes they'll say talk for 5 minutes,
Yes.
so it's ad lib, nothing is scripted. So I would just say, just know your weather, know what you're talking about, and that is the most important thing. And but also make time for your own life, because for a while work was just everything for me.
That's the other thing. I've talked to a lot of friends of ours, Jackie, who have left the business and they're actually doing great. So would you say the message to young women in particular, or women in particular, if they want to make a career change, to go for it?
Oh yeah,
Don't
for
be
sure.
afraid.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're not doing something you're scared of, like then you're not living. If you're scared and you're doing something, then you're doing something right. Because you just have to take that leap. And if you're wanting to do something, that means your gut is telling you to go forward. And yeah, it's scary, but there's so many other things you can do now, and you can find your own niche, like I did. And, sometimes it takes a while, but I'd say do it.
And here you are, even growing that. So,
Yeah.
okay. Now, it's not just about cooking for you either, Jackie. It's the ingredients and the farm-to-table lifestyle. So, I know you're into gardening.
Yes.
But I think you always were when you were younger, even, right?
Yeah.
But this is because you've always been, what do I want to say? You like fresh ingredients. So, but at the same time, besides talking about your cooking and blogging about your cooking, you also blog about a lifestyle. And you want to go on this website, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to see you in the garden, see you making I love watching you set the table, because I know how important that was to you.
Yeah.
So you do quite a few different things besides cooking. This is sort of like a one-stop all for people who want I want to say a simpler lifestyle, because you don't make it complicated.
Yes, because I don't want it to be pretentious or stuffy or too perfect, because no one wants that. Like, a home should feel accessible, that you are comfortable in. And what I try to do for people is just show, like a potted plant or just some fresh flowers or some candles on a table. Just makes home feel special, because when you get home, that's your safe space. And I feel like eating dinner as a family, like that was very important to my parents when we were little. Like, everyone is going to sit down and eat dinner together. And we do that at home now with our kids. And I want it to feel special. And I love setting the table. And now my daughter loves, she's actually really good. So she sets the table and she loves it. And it's just, I don't know, it just makes home feel special. It makes the little things in life that should be, be important. It's not, oh, we're going to sit down and have the TV on and everything's going to be a mess. Like, just sometimes, nothing fancy, but just sometimes,
And the thing about you, when you do that, a lot of it even comes from the garden.
Yeah.
Even just things like sprigs that you'll make as place mats or place centers, or just having things on the table that you can actually go outside and get and bring back in the house. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, it's totally easy. Go cut a wildflower and just, put that by your napkin, or like that can be your bouquet, as just some wildflowers, or like a sprig of rosemary or something. Some herbs, just anything to kind of make it feel special. It doesn't have to be fancy. It could be something outside and
affordable.
Yeah, affordable. And all my recipes, I try to make very simple. I'll take something fancy and complex and I figure out, how do I make this healthier? How do I make this simple so people don't have to go and buy all these ingredients? Like garlic salt or something that you have at home already that makes it easier.
Cupboard.
Yeah, because people, you don't want to spend a fortune on one meal. It should be something that ingredients that you can use for other meals. And
And you know what? I think people too, they look at different magazines and they'll see place settings and figure they have to go out and spend just an arm and a leg on china and different, gold and silver objects, and you don't necessarily have to do that.
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean, honestly, you take a little napkin, put a sprig of rosemary in it, tie it with some twine. I mean, you don't even have to do that. You make it easy, and I swear, just even a candle, like one candle lit, if no one's done that, just light a candle by your dinner and see how special that makes it.
That's an effect.
Yes.
Love it. Okay.
Ambiance.
Okay, we're gonna play a game, Jackie.
Oh gosh, I'm nervous.
No. It's rapid fire cooking questions.
Okay.
So first, what is your go-to comfort meal?
Oh, chicken pot pie soup.
Oh wow. Okay. A garden herb that you can't live without.
Parsley.
You love parsley.
I even love the scent. I want to make it a perfume. Like, I love parsley.
Oh, we're gonna have to look out for that. Jackie Johnson's parsley perfume. That's coming. Most underrated vegetable?
Oh gosh, underrated. So that's one that a lot of people wouldn't use. Underrated. Gosh, I use all the vegetables. Oh, I like parsnips. That's underrated.
Okay.
Like you can replace that for potatoes, and it's like less starch.
Okay.
So parsnips.
Parsnips. I know the answer to this, but anyway, favorite season for cooking?
Winter.
Of course.
Christmas.
Around the holidays,
Yeah.
absolutely. A dream dinner guest?
Pat Harvey.
Oh, stop it. I've been a dinner guest.
I know.
I need to come back out though. But do you have somebody that you think about that?
Oh gosh, there's so many people that Chris Hemsworth. Just kidding. Just don't tell my husband.
Oh, wait a minute. Not Thor.
Yes, Thor. That's all I could think about.
Do we let people in on our little secret here?
Oh, sure.
Because remember when that movie came out, we were all talking about,
Yes.
oh, that Chris Hemsworth, and then he actually lived in Malibu.
Oh, that was the weirdest thing. Okay, yes, we became obsessed with Chris Hemsworth from Thor. I moved to Malibu and I'm walking on the beach, and he had his long hair, and him and his wife, wife is lovely.
Yes.
Walked right past me, and then I realized they live 2 doors down from me, and so I'm there with. So yes, I walked on the beach a lot that year.
Oh, so Chris Hemsworth, that's the dream dinner guest, and his wife.
Yes.
Yes. But this is the true story, ladies and gentlemen. So remember, we talked about everything.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of interesting stories that we
do.
probably can't talk about.
No, I don't think so. Okay, I know the answer, but I'm going to let you say it. Fried or grill?
Oh, grill, yes.
Mashed potato or baked potato?
Mashed potato. Not the healthiest, but the yummiest.
Because I can remember going out to dinners, and that's what we would have.
Oh, yes.
Whatever else we had, there would be a mashed potato on the plate.
Extra butter.
Well, I hope you've had as much fun with this as I have.
Oh my gosh, this has been the highlight. This is just seeing you, being here. This is
Oh, but
the best.
Jackie, I mean, we can go on and on and on about some of the favorite things you like to do. I mentioned yoga, but I also know you love the water.
Yes.
So you love surfing and paddleboarding. Do you still do that?
Not anymore. Now I'm a golfer. I'm golfing all the time.
Oh my goodness, a good golfer. Because you tried.
Yeah.
Remember, you take lessons or just kind of go out on the golf course and practice hitting some balls, but now you're really into it.
You're not going to believe this, but on Tuesday, my friend Kate Malik and we won at the Montecito Club, the women's member. We're the champions of the year now, the two of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is terrific. And you know, I'm going to go back to the Special Olympics tournaments that we used to have. Do you remember that we were involved in?
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know if we were champions at that time, but we love participating.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. So now you're a true champion.
Yeah, well, I like more because my partner was really good and I'm just riding her coattails, but I won't let my husband not call me a champion this week. He's getting very sick of it.
Oh, that is so sweet. Well, it's so nice to have you here. And it's been more than a pleasure. And I'm going to take her around because she hasn't been here in a while. And there's some new things here that I want you to see.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks again, my
I'm
dear,
so happy
dear
to see you.
friend. You too, Jackie.